our horror films here called 3am, we have made sure it conforms to the British horror genre by the whole cast and crew being British and filming taking place in England. The production and distribution of company will also be of British origin, but we'll get onto that later. To make sure the horror genre is clearly shown, we have made sure the lighting is dark, which adds effect and suspense. Britain will also be clearly identified, with the British rural culture clearly shown. There will also be a tense non-diegetic sound, an exaggerated diegetic sound, which adds suspense. Costumes and props will also be used effectively to add terror to the audience by being visually scary.
The production company we have chosen, which we would like to help us, is Film 4. Film 4 is a very popular producer and is also partly distributed with its own TV channel. It has good reputation of well-made films and are open to new ideas. They are experienced in British films, with having recently in the likes of Shane Meadows, This Is England and Dead Man's Shoes, which sparked a new genre of urban thriller. Comedies such as Four Weddings and a Funeral, which is a classic British film, were also produced. But the main reason for us choosing them as a producer is they have a strong financial backing. The distribution company, Optimum Releases, is a popular film distributor with departments in all areas of distribution, from cinema to DVD and video. They also distribute independent films to the market, a majority of which are made for a British audience. They are a leader in the distribution market in the UK and release 200 films a year with various success.
Techniques used in ours are things like exaggerated diegetic sound, such as a knife on the chopping board is going to be echoed to show isolation of the person in the house, and creaking doors in normal horror.
These exaggerated sounds are combined with like extreme close-ups to create tension shots.
We're going to use various shots such as establishing shots to show isolation of the house, low lighting, mock CCTV, and concrete shots.
To create a personal feel to the film. And because we're restricted to like 2 or 3 minutes of an introduction, we feel the best way is to create tension from the start and then build momentum as the film goes on, using techniques such as faster editing and cuts to the screen shots.
We're going to shoot our film at night in a farmhouse to show the ideology of loneliness and isolation, with the darkness adding fear and suspense of the unknown, because it's a big characteristic of horror films like Night in Darkness. A killer will be big and strong, dressed in black, with his face concealed by a visually scary mask. This is another representation of a villain being strong, and maybe even unbeatable, and it will be clear that the killer is more stronger than the victim, because the victim will be wearing bright clothes showing that he's good, whilst the killer wears black, which shows that he's evil and dangerous. And the victim will be a male instead of a woman, which is not stereotypical of horror films being vulnerable.
Say that again, sorry, the last bit.
So the victim will be a male instead of a female, because it's not stereotypical of a horror film.
Traditionally, horror audiences expect tension, suspense, a good storyline, and originality in their films. But more contemporary horror films have a heavy emphasis on blood and gore, and especially twists within the film.
Our target audience is predominantly male, with 61% of people who go and see horror films are male. We found that out from National Metro. And it will also target the demographic of 14 to 34 year olds. 72%, so out of all the people who go and see horror films, 72% of them are aged between the age of 14 and 34. We'll give the age certificate over our film for 15, because it won't be too young for like 18s and 34s to go and see, but also the younger generation can go and see it as well.
After research, we started planning such as storyboards. We showed the types of shots used and the sounds involved and different props involved.
In the narrative for the whole film, we plan to display Todorov's theory of equilibrium, with this equilibrium at the start, which builds up throughout the film until a climax where the film will be in a state of equilibrium. This shows originality and invention. The film will include flashbacks to show what has happened and answer any audience's questions. Meddling with the timeline makes it more captivating for the audience.
Any questions?